Okay, so now we're at a point where we're going to do a little bit of shading and really start to define the features of her face. So I start with my original pencil that I was using, which was the Derwent Sketching Pencil in Dark Wash 8B. Okay, and I go over her eyes, and I darken the top, almost like if she was wearing an eyeliner. Darken the pupil, go around the iris, bottom of the lid, her eyelid, her eyebrows. That kind of got lost under the paint. Do the same thing on the other eye. And remember, if you end up covering the whole pupil, that's okay. Go back with the white paint and just kind of, you know, add your highlight there. As a matter of fact, I'll do it now in case of some of you did that by accident, so you can see what I mean. Okay, if you didn't do that, that's fine. Alright. Then I do her nose, nostril, nostril, her lips. Basically what I'm doing is I'm outlining everything and just kind of redefining it again. The only thing that you'll see, that you'll notice that I won't outline again, are like the shape of the cheeks, the circle of her nose around her chin. Kind of leave that just as is. I'll go through and do her face. I'm videoing and I don't have one handy. So anyway, okay, so here's my blending stump, and basically it's made out of paper that's rolled up really tight, and then just take it, and basically what you're doing is you're smudging in the pencil, okay, creating a dramatic eye. You may not like the way that looks. You don't have to do that step to your drawing. Just like the look of a smoky eye. At this point now, you can take your brush and your gesso, and you're going to add that highlight to that eye. Okay, so I have a small brush. I'm going to dip it into my gesso, and then I'm going to add the highlight. There's one. There's two. Two little dots. Two little dots. Okay. A little highlight over here. A little highlight over here. A little highlight over here. The corners of the eyes. the nose, bottom of the lip. Okay, and close it up. And now we can play with stamps. One fun thing that I like to do is, I know that there's already words on there, but I add more words. This is great. These stamps are from Christy Tomlinson, and they're fantastic. She's a wonderful mixed media artist. Okay, they're not mounted, as you can see. They're still have their adhesive backing. You can mount them on a wood block. I choose to work with them as is because I grab them and I kind of bend them and dab them all around. So another thing that I work with is with stays on ink. When you're working in mixed media, you want to work with products that are permanent so that they don't run when you start adding your layers. Okay, so I will take my words, and I'm using it's a dark brown, but the exact color is Timber Brown. Stays on. Okay, and I'm just dabbing, not the whole pad, I'm just doing the edge. Alright, and I want to make sure that my writing is going in the proper direction so it's not upside down. And then I just start adding in random. Okay, and we're done with that stamp. Then next, well, first I'm going to cover my ink. Well, now I'll leave it open because I'm going to be using this in a minute for another step that I do. And next I'm going to use bubble wrap. Yes, guys, bubble wrap. This is another great ink, archival ink, acid-free, permanent, waterproof. And this color is olive. Fantastic ink. Love it. Okay, I use this with my, I take a piece of bubble wrap. Okay, the kind you would find on packing. Has a great texture. Almost a little bit like this red. Okay, and I just dab it onto my ink. And I just I have my, here it is. I have my gold star stamp, and now I use, this is one of my favorite things. You might see this in a lot of my artwork. I use the Color Box Pigment Archival Gold. Okay, and I will use this, and I just stamp gold stars, usually on the corners of my painting. I love these stars. Gives it a magical look, and you can't really see it. It's not, I don't know that it picks it up, but when I used that spray, the spray ink that I used, it has gold in it. So the gold stars really look nice. Lots of juicy layers. See, told ya, juicy layers. You know, when that white kind of comes through, you know, but you still have a lot of nice, rich colors in here. Okay. Now, what I mentioned was how I was going to go back with my ink. I take my Timber Brown Stays On ink, and I use a little piece of like a, oh, I don't know, like a foam sponge, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. Okay, here you go. You take a little piece of a sponge, you kind of dab it right into your ink like this, okay? And then I take it and I run it along the edge of my canvas, and it gives it a nice antique-y look, you know, I'll do the smokiness just along the edge. I'm just going around the edges. Okay. And then what I do is I take Liquitex Heavy Body Iridescent Bright Gold. Okay. And right with your fingers, I just, see that? I'm just dabbing it. And I'm just going to run it lightly over my edges, over that dark that I just did. Rich. Rich. Rich and warm at the same time. You know, if you have pieces like over here, I just noticed that my paper is coming up. You just take a little bit of your Mod Podge and just, you know, apply it. Do you see the bottom? It's so hard. This camera is not really here. There we go. See the bottom of my canvas? Okay. Alrighty. Oh, we added some gold to my black sweater too. Alright, I'm really happy with how she came out. She makes me smile. Okay. Cover this up. Get the ink out of the way. Some sayings on here, something wonderful and inspirational. Okay, so we're just about done here. We are now going to use this. This is a Copic sketch marker. It comes with a brush tip and then a fatter tip. And I love these markers. They're my favorite. Alright, so the only thing that I use this marker for on this particular drawing is I am going to do her eyelashes and her top rim almost as if I was applying liquid eyeliner to the top of her lid. Okay, and I do her eyelashes. Alright, now I don't do eyelashes over the whole lid. I kind of start midway and then go off. Okay, same thing on this side. Okay, I will do a pupil. Again, if you touch the white highlight, go back with your gesso or your paint, whatever you're using, and redo it. I just love the way that marker makes the eyes pop. I'm really happy with how she's coming out. Alright, and then some of the things that we can write on here are some of the words that were in the paper. Like hope, thankful, family, friends. Let's see. What do we want to put on here? How about thankful? I'm going to write it first in pencil and then go over it with my Copic pen. Okay, so I'll start here. Okay. Looks like a J, doesn't it? That would be an awesome J for my name. But it was meant to be a T. Thankful. How about hope? Hope. How about family? Family. How about love? And friends. I think that's fine. We don't want too many words on there. I don't want it to kind of distract from everything. And I think she's done. Alright guys, happy Thanksgiving.